Okay. Well, that was unexpected. Yeah. My PC occasionally has this thing that, despite me spending a massive amount of money on it, and buying at the bleeding edge. Though this was a couple of years ago, I guess. Sometimes, particularly when I'm playing Elite, it just goes through a kernel mode heap corruption error and just completely crashes out, which is not ideal in the middle of a stream. Quite annoying. So, my other half is home soon for. We will jump back into our SRV and yeah. Well, we'll see how long the GPU temperature. I air dusted the inside of the case, like a week ago. But, that was probably my cue to stop racing around on a high D surface, grabbing materials, and just actually get back into the ship and get out. Hello. Well, this is interesting. It appears that the anaconda is beached too high for me to. Oh. As I say that, the board ship thing finally lights. Ah, dear it. Well. Welcome back. Yeah, as I mentioned to the nobody who was here at the beginning of the stream, yeah, my computer occasionally likes just crashing in the middle of playing Elite because apparently it stresses the CPU temperature a little overmuch, despite the fact that I had water cooling and I only air dusted the thing, the heat sinks, like 2 or 3 weeks ago. But here we are. So we are back. We are wondering why none of the triggers on our joystick are working. That's a really good start, isn't it? Have I clicked out of... The one problem with running 2 monitors is if your mouse has selected the wrong window, joystick doesn't work anymore, which is always a little. But anyway, we got there in the end. So, just to recap, I am on my way to this little lovely nebula here. A little under 1,000 light years away, and I am on my way back from Beagle Point back to Pleasure Explorer's Anchorage after a very, very successful Distant Worlds 2, as you will be able to see from the registration on my little Explorer Conda here. So after having mucked about on the surface, crashed the game, and collected a few extra little materials for synthesis a little bit later, let's do what the shepherd said to the other shepherd. Let's get the flock out of here. And I totally didn't just steal that joke. That joke is 31 years old. Never, ever ages. It's a classic. I hope you can hear me all right. I'm still getting to grips with the whole making sure this streaming thing is actually works as an experience.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's alright. I'm happy. The water in there, you can take it. Actually, there's some bomb damage. Right. Now that I am off surface,
Shields offline.
I'm gonna kill off running. Let me run a little cooler. Yeah, it was
Fuel scooping.
quite a high G world. Please don't tell me, Mike.
Fuel scooping complete.
Ooh, that is promising. Might be having a little bit of an issue with my 50-ton. It would just be typical, wouldn't it? That it would actually just completely stop working. Maybe it's that. Ah! We have lights. We have action. I swear it's only doing this because I'm actually streaming it. Kind of like when I was doing my Baldur's Gate series for YouTube, when I was soloing it, and it's like every second attack was a yes. And you're just not. So state of the module. Are all in good health. I've got helmet. Maintenance here. I'm not worried. Only 11,000 light years back to the nearest starport.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nothing to So yeah, as I mentioned, I am coming back eventually from Distant Worlds 2, which I realised was a year ago and a bit. But anyone who is seriously following my Twitter feed will know that I have 3 mouths to feed in the commander department. And
Fuel scooping.
my main priority for this year is to get the triple elite on commander number 3. Dead. So now I can go back to my original, the one eponymously named. And no, I am not going for CQC rank. Does not exist. I am not playing Space God.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, hopefully, by the end of the stream, or by the time my other half gets back from work, we might make it to that nebula. That's just double check. More jumps I've got to do. So. I actually have a bumper sticker on my car that says fueled by recycled dinosaur, which is not factually correct, but is quite, or at least it is. On the back of this Explorer Honda, what I need is a bumper sticker saying I only stop for Earth lights. It's going to be my major strategy. Now getting to this big pile of gas over there. 17 jumps. Lucky to I'm on for that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, if you were hoping for combat shenanigans, I'm afraid you're going to be sorely disappointed. Since I am a long way from anywhere, especially a long way from anything to shoot other than mineral. Having said that, I will log on to Commander number 3. Have a bit of action at some point. Give me an excuse to fly my tricked out Imperial Clipper.
Frameshift drive charging.
Ooh, fingers crossed for Earthlights. I've been putting off Combat Elite. I've done it 3 times, mate. And it got progressively more painful each time I did it. As I was saying to some of the other guys who were on the stream before I crashed out, it's like Deadly to Elite was like 100 hours in compromised nav beacons. It was like, you know, 1% an hour. It was pretty grim. Like, okay, I am not doing that again. Absolutely not doing that again. You know, so I have the things I've been putting off are things like the Guardian grind. So I would like to do some proper anti-Thargoid combat, because the only time the only times I've tried it with like human AX weapons when I've been soloing, even with a Cyclops, I was just getting like arse handed. Like a properly armoured out battle combat with like 7,000 armour, 4,000 shields. Oh, what? Why am I doing that? No. I haven't honked. Or have I? I have honked.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah. Me and a mate of mine from the old Google Plus Elite Dangerous group, Ian Morton and I, we very early on, when there was no Guardian stuff and there was just the human AX weapons, we got a couple of battle condas and we tried taking down the Cyclops. And, you know, none of it had been documented, none of it was on YouTube, so we had no idea what we were doing. And I think I managed to get my Honda back to Maya and docked with like 3% hull to spare. That would have been expensive. But yeah, I do definitely want the Thargoid Cyclops bobblehead to get the Thargoid on. That might be some time. As you can see, I've got the classic Thargoid Battlecruiser and Cobra Mark III wireframes on the dash there. So many hours on it. With my cloaking device, smashing Thargoids. Fun times.
Frameshift drive charging.
Rocky body. Boring. It's not at least the cost not. I've been playing this game for the thick end of 6 years. Always. Never failed. Down. I mean, this is why we explore. Use like that. And just to think that every single one of those little specks of light on that picture, pretty much, you can go and visit. There's a lot of salt that goes around in the dangerous. It's like, you do realise just how amazing this game is. It's not a game, it's a way of life. Much to the benefit of my partner. You would describe herself as an elite widow, no doubt. But thinking that, yeah, the nebula in front of us is our next waypoint, and the one above is going to be where I go after that. And what I'm planning on doing is hitting quite a few of these little nebula clouds on the way back to the center of the galaxy. And one of the things that I particularly love about the game is the lighting. You know, a lot of people talk about the sound model, which is admittedly absolutely fabulous. But when you kind of like come into a system really, really near a star, and you look at the plane of the galactic disk, and you can barely see anything, and then as you fly further and further out of the system, you can see the ambient light level from the star fading away, and then you get to see the disk of the Milky Way without the light pollution. It's, as someone who, you know, has studied and taught physics, it's just like, I would much rather be in this world right now, as in the Elite Dangerous universe, than the one we're actually in. Bloody hell, it sucks. Yeah. This is proper freedom. I think I'm gonna have to close my blinds a little bit. Not that you probably want to see. This fat space shark in his Cobra t-shirt. What do we have here?
System scan complete.
Yeah, 2-star. 4.
Fuel scoping.
Oh. I'd be amazed if I get all of those done.
Complete. Frameshift drive charging.
dear. No,
Fuels
don't.
cooking.
Don't fiddle about with the other window. Take the application notes. I'll be able to.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping complete.
Fabulous, getting close now.
Frameshift drive charging.
That gas giant, far enough over to the left that it might have light. Scanning. And untagged. There's another one in this. Oh. See if it has any accompanying space. Kilometer point. Yeah. One thing I've noticed about the radius of the moons around gas giants is that they, not always, but generally increase the larger the orbital radius. I have to, look up and see how accurate that is. And I'm not convinced whether that should be the case or not. It kind of makes sense a little bit. Planetary formation standpoint. Because the closer you are to the parent body, the faster you need to go, so it kind of like makes sense that all these things will be all the closest bodies to the parent planet would have the least mass. Nope, no lumpy potatoes.
System scan complete.
I have never actually been to one of the radioactive green gas giants. It is on my list of things to do. You know, I've found water giants, all of the different other classes of 1 to 5, 1 to 4 of the other gas giants, and ones with water-based life and ammonia-based life. But yeah, one of the green ones is most certainly on the list of things. There was someone on my Twitter feed who found one a couple of days ago. I'll have to kind of like note down the location. See if I can find it. They do look fun. quite populous. Ooh. Osners. I'm a little bit short on time before I need to go away. Gonna probably not that point. Definitely check them. Ooh, water-rich atmosphere. 12 atmosphere. Yeah, that terraformable probably, but would not be terribly pleasant. Average surface temperature of like 190 degrees. Good grief. Why weren't you visiting there? Be the one. Ooh. Calling Commander Saranti. Big slalom. I'm not that tempted. Yeah, taking too much time. I'm bored now.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Okay, single figures to the next waypoint.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh! Hello, Nathaniel Hawkwood. Apparently I'm not the first person who's been here. You had the same idea as me. Like, oh, so much point scanning everything if it's already... Okay, next.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Fuel scooping complete.
Slightly quicker progress than I did when I did it the first time. Re-engineering
Frameshift drive charging.
with an ASP had a maximum jump rate about 30 point. I went I followed the black bar all the way down, pushing across the abyss on the way back. I still got the screenshot working. I think it's definitely a screenshot showcase. It's the it's not going to be like, is it? It's going to be rocky. I'm still going to scan it anyway. Oh, we have a Costner. Okay, only 10 seconds. Maybe it's worth. Maybe it's worth. Fine. It is. 4. Quite small as well. It might be worth mapping. If it's in the binary. We should definitely go for the screenshot opportunity. Oops. It'd be interesting to see how widely they're separated. I hate it when the FFS does. Where it teases you with Earth-like worlds and they're actually rocky. I mean, come on. That's not an Earth-like world. And people wonder why we call it the FS scanner rather than the FSF. Doing that quickly after a couple of shots. Oh my god. 10 laps. Is it?
System scan
Oh!
complete.
Ooh. An Earth-like. Okay, that's definitely being mapped. Okay, number 3. Let's, yeah, I like, you know, like I said, I only stop for Earth-likes. Yeah. I mean, I've kind of lost count of, you know, how many I've discovered over the course of the last 5-6 years and screenshotted and posted on Twitter, but it's still. And you know, this with it being, you know, quite low mass as well, it would it's retirement home territory, because it would be wouldn't be quite so bad on your old joints, would it? I will try not to overshoot, as the Anaconda is dog. Oh, someone's joined. Hello. You're just in time to see me map an Earth-like that I just discovered. So it's going to get properly tagged. And this is a very, very nice system because not only does it have an untagged Earth-like world in it, but you will see I am going to overshoot. But it also has, let's get it backwards, some water worlds in a binary pair as well. Cosmic Spacehead, hello! Ah, it's good to see you, my friend. A good Twitter charm. Yeah, well, you can always catch up on the stream. But later, if you feel inclined, of course. But hey, here we are. This is what in old money they would call the Kodak moment. Yeah. Oh, why didn't I bring that? Or probably more to the point, why didn't I properly engineer a great Phantom? Is this a Kodak moment? Oh. That's gonna look nice on my Twitter. Earth-like, 2 nebulae, and the galactic disk. I almost couldn't have planned it better. Quick though. Oh yeah. You gotta love it. Okay then. So I am genuinely not worried at all about hitting efficiency bonus. Well, food does equal good. Oh, I appear to have picked up other people who were in the stream as well. Yeah, I'm still very new to this. You'll have to forgive me if I don't know. I've absolutely no idea who to check who is actually in following the stream or not. I've like only used the Twitch studio like twice. Yeah. Oh. Push this slightly quicker to turns. I am just gonna spam planet with probes. Don't want to be here all day. It's quite a small. Might be able to do it before. Normally what I would do is I'd drop a probe on each hole
Surface
and then fly around the equator.
50%.
So. Yeah, so I may not be streaming for too much longer. I think our friend Mr. SpaceX. I'm screaming into the void, having no one listening to me. Like a year 9 physics lesson. Period 5 on a Friday. I may do another stream. Because I have to cook dinner. Wait. followers on my Twitter feed will know I enjoy my food. Enjoy the other restaurant.
Surface scan complete.
Wasn't even trying. That's probably. What I was saying about the lighting model? That's you'll be seeing that screenshot later. Ooh. Give it another second. The other nebula will poke out from behind the other limb. Got a bit more. Do love a good acting. Effect. All right then. Are those binary? Well, hold there. I don't have the Super Cruise assist on this, which is a little bit of a shame because it's a really good thing to have on an Anaconda, like one way around. I know it's not necessarily faster than doing it manually, but at least you don't end up having to do quite some pain. Oops, I forgot. I haven't heard my other half. Yeah, I haven't worked yet. Means either she realise I'm streaming or recording video is keeping her distance. Working a bit later. I can maybe afford to go a little bit longer, but I don't think I'm going to. Just want to see how close they are. Get a nice shot. More relaxing to watch than someone else play. Yeah, I I'll tell you something. While I overshoot my objective, yeah. That's it. Back in the day, pre-millennium. I forgot that. I didn't have a PC. Up until actually I was at uni in kind of like 96-ish, and and my brother is 3 years older than me, so he bought a PC first, and he would come home, bring his PC, and I would essentially, you know, sit behind him, watching him playing things like Frontier, Elite 2, XCOM, F1 GP, Jeff Crammond, brilliant Grand Prix Simulator. And yeah, I thought, yeah, this is really, really quite a nice thing to do. And occasion, X-Wing and TIE Fighter, of course. And obviously a bit of Doom as well. And you know, it was good just to spend time with my elder brother, with whom I have a quite fraught relationship. Let's be honest about it. And it was, you know, it was quite good, just kind of like spending time watching him and having a chat with him while he was doing, you know, something we were, you know, both interested in, i.e. playing games. And now it's just like I almost don't understand the whole concept of watching someone playing a game. I know that sounds weird considering I'm streaming so other people can watch me playing a game, but it's like I only have so much leisure time. Why would I just sit there passively doing something rather than actually doing something myself? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Ooh. What a surfeit of nebulae to visit. Right. See if we can engineer and so yeah, I don't know. I kind of understand the streaming thing, and it's like, yeah, I can't be bothered to do anything, so I'll just watch someone play, because I used to do that with my brother, but also I'm a lot older now, and it's just like I would rather do something active rather than passive. So it's like even reading a book would be preferable to me than, you know, just sitting down and watching TV or something. But I don't know. That's probably just my psyche. Zoom that in a bit closer so you can see. Distant worlds called fine. Yep. I missed my calling. I should have been a photographer. Again, you will be seeing that screenshot later. Okay. Right, provided we don't get waylaid by too many Earthlikes. Let's head over to Nebula over yonder.
Frameshift drive charging.
do you watch people streaming quite a lot, or I don't know. I've never really done it. I've watched game videos on YouTube, but I've never actually kind of done it for this kind of experience where you actually are able to kind of like semi-actively chat with them and interact with them in real time. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I was a little bit reluctant to kind of start streaming actually. It's just like, oh, just what the world needs, another streamer. And it's just like, yeah, well, mate, what makes you special? Absolutely nothing, apart from the 0 production value. Yeah. Bad jokes, bad teeth, bad hair.
Frameshift drive charging. Maybe
the odd bit of good skill in the gaming, but probably. One thing I love about my webcam actually is the input. You can see the infrared tracking LEDs on my track IR really stand out more because it actually sees more into the ultraviolet. So in real life these appear red. Here actually look purple. Just going with my colour theme, so I'm happy with that. Papadopoulos, I do not know that entity.
System scan complete.
What do they do? What do they stream? Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a little bit of work to do with my 3 commanders to actually get them all kind of into the right places. Because this dude is out in the middle of nowhere, which is fine. Doesn't necessarily make for the most interesting streams though, unless you're interested in mechanics of, how to go exploring and seeing things that have never been seen, which is kind of my motivation to play the game for the most part. And I have one commander in Colonia who I'm going to keep based around there, do general shenanigans, and my number 2 commander is actually kicking around on a fleet carrier somewhere. I haven't logged into the account in a couple of months, so I actually don't know where they are right now. But they're in a suicide winder, so I can get them back to the bubble nicely. And I want to take them back to the bubble properly, so that I can do the Guardian grind and all the 5-point combat stuff. Just so that when I stream ED, I actually have a good set of options of the kind of streams that I would like to. Possibly based on what people would like to see. Who knows? What have we got? Oh. Don't me. Then I'll be on the fringes of the nebula. At which point I'll probably call this a stream and we'll leave the actual exploration of the nebula. I think this is another Kodak moment. I want to head out into this a little bit to look down on the light pool and hopefully bring out a little bit more detail. In case you're wondering what that flickering is, the LED bulb in my desk lamp. Is why I'm mercifully disappearing out of sight. Composition. That's probably not. I don't know. I'd rather see that. I can't be the only person that's northern enough for composition. Give it another 30 seconds to bring it back. Eagle Point paint jobs actually still holding up quite well. When I kitted this guy out for Distant Worlds 2, I wanted it to kind of like be a fuel fleet tender. Why the name that it does. Right. That was a fleet fuel tender for the Royal Navy up until just after the Falklands War, I believe. Or not. So, yes. I don't know about you, but I find it is quite important to have themes when you're naming your ships. So, with this commander, because I'm a Brit, I have the ships on this account kind of named for historical Royal Navy vessels. My second account for my main alter ego, because I'm a big fan of Ian M. Banks. He spells Ian properly, like I do. Yeah, big fan of the Shork series, so a lot of the names of my ships on my second account are kind of like named at least inspired by British names, if not stealing them outright. And on my third account, because yes, names are important, absolutely. And on my third account, because that particular alter ego has a female avatar, I've named each ship after
System
particularly
scan complete.
famous lady from history, particularly history of science, but not no. Actually, a lot of ships on my third commander are named after the sorceresses from The Witcher, which I thought. So my third commander just got to, well, not, I say just, I mean a couple of months ago, got to Colonia flying a Stygian red, shiny, metallic red Imperial Clipper, which is called Triss Merigold, who is my favourite sorceress from the Witcher series, because Imperial Clipper is pretty much, at least in terms of looks. What can I say? I'm a sucker for redheads. Redheads are my kryptonite. That's a very gnarly. Getting the light grabbing at the screen. Balance. Yep. One of the things I really like about exploring and flying kind of like above or below the plane of the galaxy is actually being able to see kind of like the interstellar dust, seeing those little dust patches up there. I don't have Netflix. Neither do I have Disney Plus, because kind of catastrophic broken for reasons I don't get. I desperately want to see it, along with The Mandalorian, but it's gonna have to wait until they like come out and do. I've played all the games, absolutely, and I've got all the books sitting in that bookshelf behind me. I can't see them. But yeah, big fan of The Witcher. Absolutely excellent. Right, and this will be our last jump for this particular session. Because I need a break. I need to go over me.
Frameshift drive charging.
I need to plan my route of attack through this nebula and see if we can find some interesting, notable stellar phenomena. There we go. Final jump for the session. I will have a look on the galactic map and see if there are any particularly nice stars. I'm not sure there are. A black hole would be nice. Gas giant with water? Space life? Probably. Slightly larger gas giant. Green. Oh, of course. We're next to a nebula. All of these systems have been explored and mapped. Yeah, I think. Yeah, nebulae are just like magnets for explorers, and quite rightly so. I won't be making much money out of this particular system, but I do want to see what this as I thought. Water-based. Crikey. 634 Earth masses. Radius 10, 11 times that of the Earth. And someone actually bothered to map it. That's like 20 to 30 probes. Rather you than me, pal. And, okay. Well. So, let's actually, since you mentioned it, let's see what there is to see. I'm using. Is there anything exciting? I guess that'll be a no. Okay, yeah. Maybe we shouldn't bother exploring this nebula at all, because it doesn't even have any A-type stars in it. What about G? G's might be able to find some Earth life. I don't know how likely that is. But actually, that may be worth it. That might find some space pumpkins. Doesn't like a good old space pumpkin. Okay, so we'll have a look at those two beginning of my next. Have you? Yeah. And oh yeah, before I log off. How far away from civilization are we? 8. That's why I had K. Oh, but Beagle Point was only 28k from Beagle. Still 11.5k from Sagittarius 8. Kind of long away from Colonia. Yep, still some flying to do. But yeah, we are a little bit closer to home. So I guess that'll be it for now. Thank you for watching. Hope you found it at least moderately. Take care, and borrow phrase from rather wonderful Scott Manley. Fly safe. Cheers. I will hopefully see you online again very, very soon. Bye for now.